A company behind high-end resorts here and overseas is opening a sales office in the country to help boost tourism in Macao. I spoke with Kevin Benning of Melco Studio City Integrated Resort about how China's gambling capital is bouncing back amid the pandemic. Kevin, great to have you with us on The Final Word on CNN Philippines.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So Kevin, before the pandemic, 80% of Macao's government revenues came from gaming and entertainment. And of course, COVID threw all of that into a tailspin. Has business now recovered?
Yeah, look, the Macao business continues to recover. Since the borders have reopened in January, we've been very pleased. Macao as a whole is nearly at 80% recovery. And we're continuing to see this past Golden Week was very strong. With some of the best visitation figures since the reopening in January.
And of course, the basic thrust over the past year and a half has been revenge travel, revenge spending. Mm-hmm. Has that been sustained?
Yeah, it is something that we've seen. You know, we particularly from some of our other regions like Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, we've had some strong return. From those regions with some of our VIPs. China continues to be a very good market, as you can imagine.
Apart from China, which other markets have also been contributing to Melco's bottom line?
A lot of Southeast Asia, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore. That is something that we have focused on over the years, particularly with our property here. We have the market intelligence, so to speak. We have the networks, and as well as mentioned, Malaysia and Singapore will always be something that we also put a lot of focus into.
And how important is the Philippine market? Your property in the country is the City of Dreams. How important is the City of Dreams to Melco?
It's extremely important. It's part of our DNA. We have beautiful properties all around the world, and our property here in Manila is a big piece of that. It's been something over the last 5 or 6 years that has been, at pre-pandemic, astronomical growth coming from this market. And it's something that we're very proud of with what the City of Dreams Manila team has accomplished here, and just watching this market continue to prosper and grow.
What other innovations and changes can we expect from the City of Dreams Manila going forward?
Look, I think there's always room for more innovation. We've put a lot of focus into our Melco Club app over the last few years, particularly during the pandemic. Getting some chances to build some new best practices into it, and it's something that we found very popular with our guests. And we're always looking at how to utilize social media and other avenues. As we know, particularly in the Philippines, Facebook is huge. Viber's huge, and we have our digital teams that are constantly looking at how else they can leverage different platforms to reach out to a new audience.
The digital platforms, social media have indeed, Kevin, accelerated, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. But of course, over the past few months, front and center has been artificial intelligence. How are you integrating AI into the operations of Melco?
Look, I think we were one of the first, at least in Asia, when it comes to AI with our Melvis chatbot that we've utilized within our hotel teams. In Macao, we've also worked closely with WeChat, the biggest platform in China, for what is the Melco Style app, which is a non-gaming, hospitality-driven app that allows us to reach more and more guests, to focus on all of the amazing entertainment and attractions that Melco offers around Macao.
And when you go to Macao, the first thing that comes to mind is gaming. How is the Melco Group, through all of its properties, expanding beyond gaming and giving its customers and clients more entertainment?
I think you used the exact phrase that our chairman, Lawrence Ho, uses. It's beyond gaming. There's so much more that Melco offers besides gaming. And we've always taken great pride in our hotels and our F&B. We have multiple Michelin award-winning restaurants. We have Forbes 5-star hotels in all of our resorts in Macau as well as the Philippines. And the other thing we put a lot of focus on with Melco is entertainment. You know, the House of Dancing Water is something that was legendary since City of Dreams Manila or Macau opened. And since then, we've added the world's largest figure-8 Ferris wheel at the Golden Reel at Studio City. We've added the indoor and outdoor water park. We've added multiple kids amusement parks with Kids City at City of Dreams and the Super Fun Zone at Studio Cities.
Melco's properties, apart from City of Dreams in Macau, also includes Altira, Studio City, which you are the general manager of this property, and the Mocha Clubs. Here in the Philippines, you have City of Dreams. Does Melco plan to expand its properties here in the country, not only focus in Metro Manila, but in also other parts of the country?
Yeah, I think our Metro Manila property we have right now, it will continue to be our main focus, but we're always open to the right opportunities and the right markets. It's something that we would always be willing to listen to.
Filipinos are always proud to be working in international organizations. In the Melco Group in Macau, how many Filipinos are working there and in which departments?
Look, I don't have the exact numbers. It's in the hundreds, and they're in a variety of roles. You know, like some of my favorite ones work at Studio City in a restaurant we call Rossi, and some of the best pizza chefs you'll see are from the Philippines in that restaurant, and they do a phenomenal job. You know, our housekeeping teams have numerous Filipinos there. Security. I spent a lot of time working here in Manila, and some of the favorite parts of my day is just when I walk across our properties and I run in to our colleagues that used to work in Manila that are now working for us in Macau, and just watching them light up with excitement as they're working in Studio City, as they're working in City of Dreams, as they're working in Altira for our Macau teams. It's phenomenal to watch.
What makes the Filipino employee special for the Melco Group?
I think it's their heart, it's their passion. You know, the amount of love that they put into their job.
Is Melco continuing to expand its operations, and do you plan to hire more Filipinos, especially for the property that you manage, which is Studio City?
There's been a lot of expansion already for Studio City. As far as the talent that we recruit, well, we will always look towards the Philippines as we're looking for skilled expats and you know, bringing in some people, like I said, with that heart and that passion for service that the Philippines brings.
And Kevin, you were an industry veteran. You've worked in the U.S., in Singapore, and here in the Philippines. What makes the Philippines special compared to the other markets where Melco has businesses?
I think one of the things that I found really special about the Philippines market is you have a little bit of everything. You know, in the Macau market it is much more of a, you know, so to speak, a transient market where the guests are coming less frequent from different regions. But the Manila market has a very strong locals market, but you also have Filipino locals who might be coming from Cebu, who might be coming from other regions of the Philippines, plus you have all of the other foreign guests that come in here. So from a business standpoint, you have a lot to factor into here on how you handle your locals and how you handle your international guests.
And Lawrence Ho leads Melco Resorts and Entertainment. How committed is he in making additional investments in the Philippines?
He's very committed to the Philippines. He's very committed to City of Dreams Manila. We continue to focus on making this property a better place and continuing to focus on just how we develop that next stage for City of Dreams Manila.
Kevin Benning, Melco Resorts and Entertainment, and Property General Manager of Studio City in Macau. Thank you so much for joining us on CNN Philippines.
Thank you.